my name's Sophie and I wanted to talk to you about the zones of regulation. The zones of regulation is a tool that we use with some children in school to help them learn to regulate their emotions, and that means that when children are feeling in different ways, they have a range of strategies which they know how to use to help them to calm down or bring themselves up if they're feeling low. In the zones of regulation, emotions are split into 4 different coloured zones: blue, green, yellow and red. The green zone is generally the place we want children to be in when they're doing schoolwork or activities with their friends. This is where they're happy, focused, calm, in control of themselves, listening and ready to learn. Sometimes children think it's bad to be feeling sad or angry, and the zones of regulation helps us to explain that it's okay to be in any of the zones and have any of those feelings. There are times when it's appropriate to be worried, angry or feeling sad, but what's most important is that we know the strategies which work for us to help us move between them, and this is how we regulate ourselves. Don't worry if your child isn't yet able to recognise the feelings themselves. Before children are able to self-regulate and move between the zones, grown-ups need to help them to do this. By beginning to spot which zone your child is in, guiding them through activities and talking to them about their emotions, you can help them understand what they need to do. The blue zone is where you are when you feel like your body is going slowly. You might be sad, tired, feeling poorly, hurt, or just down and low. When you're in this zone, it might help to do an energizing or upregulating activity, something that will give you energy and excite you. We don't like it when children are upset, and we might want to try and take their sadness and pain away. Sometimes we say things like, "Oh, it's just a tiny cut," or "You'll be fine." But the little cut can be a really big deal to a child, and we need to acknowledge that it's okay to have those feelings. You could say something like, "Oh, that looks so sore. I can see that that really hurts," to help children validate that those emotions are really important and they're feeling really real. In the yellow zone, we need to slow down. The yellow zone can be a tricky one for children to understand. Often these feelings aren't as obvious as when we're angry or sad. Sometimes feeling worried can be a tummy ache, or you might get a bubbly feeling when you're excited. When you spot that your child is showing signs of being in the yellow zone, you can help them to slow down and try to get into the green zone. At school, we use down-regulating activities to help children move from yellow into green. Any activities which use resistance can help children to calm down. Sometimes we think that children need to run off their energy, and for some people the rhythm of running helps, but running gives us endorphins which energise us, and this can make us feel more high if we're already excited. When we're feeling anxious or frustrated as adults and someone tells us to calm down or not to worry, it can be really annoying, and it doesn't often make us feel any better. It's the same for our children. We need to acknowledge their feelings and the impact that they are having on them. You could say something like, "I can see that you are really frustrated. I wonder if you're feeling worried about." In the red zone, it's time to stop. You might think that your child is out of control. They might be hitting or shouting or very, very scared. When children are in the red zone, they're not easily able to understand and follow instructions. This means that what you say needs to be clear, in simple language, and if possible, using signs or symbols to help understanding. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. Like in the yellow zone, resistance activities can work really well in the red zone. Watch what your child is doing, and this might give you some ideas of what might help them. If they're ripping books, you could try giving them Argos catalogues, old phone books or old magazines to rip instead. At school, the adults might do this alongside the child, and this helps children see that it's okay to be angry, but there are only certain things that we can rip. If your child is hitting, you could have pillows or soft things for them to hit instead. And again, you can do this at the same time, and that can really help children to see that it's okay. The emotions are okay, but the actions of hitting people are not okay. Different strategies will work for each child, and it might take some trial and error to find the ones which work best for your child. The activities we're suggesting are examples, and they might not help everyone or be practical in your situation. Hopefully this video has given you a bit of an insight into the zones of regulation. If you would like more information, please contact the school and we can help you with that. Thank you.